We're more to the core. I love talking about the core. I love getting deep. Let's do it.
Alex Goeke.
Alex Goeke. Yeah. Thank you. All right. This is more to the core. That thing. I'm here with Theo. If you'd like. If it would make you feel most comfortable. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Sweet. We're getting real cozy. All right, Theo. This is more to the core. That thing. I'm here with Theo.
This is my second time on More to the Core.
Oh, seriously? Oh, my gosh. What? Okay. So, technically, I want you to describe your title. Fashion designer, creative director. What do you prefer?
I think creative sounds about right to me because it's open-ended, and I don't like to. I think designer, just like too many implications with that. And as far as fashion, yeah, I do design, I do sew, but I think creative sums it up pretty well.
Is the creative bit of it all your favorite part of the process, or that's like tactile?
Absolutely. The creative part, as far as like designing, graphic design, product design. I'm actually in school for product design, and so that's always what I've loved. The marketing side, the business side has always been my like weakest attribute, and I think I've always struggled with that. Even to this day, like I think my sales and like my outreach kind of shows in comparison to like the work that I put out. I'm always making stuff. And it's really, I think it's a testament to like my attitude towards it, which has always been, I make it for myself. I make it because I like to. I make it because it just keeps me happy. I'm a Georgia Tech student, so I feel like I need to counterbalance the intensity of school. So that's what Smurna is. It's not what it is, but it's a part of it, and it's like keeps me motivated for that reason.
It's a good distraction from all the tech stuff you have to do and intensive. Do you do design in any aspect at Georgia Tech, or?
My major is product design. That's kind of what I've always done at Georgia Tech, but it's like it's pretty broad. Like I came in as architecture and switched around, and like throughout my 4 years at Georgia Tech, I'm going into my 5th year. I've always done fashion. I started doing Smurna in high school, and Georgia Tech is like a nice it supplements it really nice because I have the facility, I have like the tools at Georgia Tech, like the equipment and stuff to do what I want to do when it comes to like furniture and even sewing, like those denim pieces that you saw, like the black denim ones, that's all sewn at Georgia Tech because they have like a heavy industrial machine that I don't have at home. Yeah. And so I can't sew it at my house because the needle will break and the machine's not made for it. And so I kind of like leverage that. I am paying like $40K, so I think that's.
Hey, I think it's worth it.
That's the point.
I'm gonna say something, Mark. Hey, what's up? Grab the mic.
Yeah, just say whatever you like. Say what's on your mind.
Yo, Smurna, it's the future. It's a shitty future, but it's Smurna. Yeah, that's.
What question do you have for Theo?
What question do I have for Theo? I'm like, I have insights on Theo, so I feel like I don't even know. Like, I feel like Theo's just about to be on some like real futuristic shit, like technology and fashion, and it's like coming together. Folks is always like thinking about like seeing fucking screens with their eyes and like taking pictures and like whatever with just like your body and like contraptions, like some go-go gadget shit. You know what I'm saying? But like. Exactly. Theo loves that go-go gadget, so like that's Smyrna's about that.
Wait, let's say that into the mic.
Smyrna's always been about go-go gadget from the jump, actually. It's always been. So actually just go buy go-go gadgets. I think fuck Smyrna, just buy go-go gadget. I think we're gonna rebrand. We're gonna just do like a go-go gadget line, and I think they'll eventually just buy Smyrna, and that's where I'll make my bag. Literally, yeah. So we shouldn't talk about that. I think that, I kind of just spilled it. So I'll let you take it.
We're a couple collections ahead right now, spilling all the military.
Smyrna's gonna blow up the fucking government, dude.
Smyrna's gonna blow up the government?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just
This video is gonna get flagged. for like terrorism or something. A lot of speculation.
In the truth. It really is. It's rooted in the truth and what's going on right now.
You heard it here first, guys.
Make some motherfucking noise for Smurna. Please, thank you. Let's go. That's how it's done. Let's go, boy. You guys can have a fucking break. Ladies and gentlemen, make some motherfucking noise for Smurna. We always fix it.
Drives you aside from the passion to have, you know, a difference in what you do at Georgia Tech? Is there like an emotion that you keep returning to, or something that you dream to create with Smurna?
Yeah, I think the emotion side of it is something that's always changing, and it's never something you can pin down like this is the emotion I strive to feel when I'm making stuff. But as far as a dream, As far as like a project, I've always wanted to create some sort of like story, whether it's a graphic novel or it's like a comic book or it's a movie. I think storytelling is at the heart of any creative's like pursuit, is to tell their story, to tell a story. And for me, Smurna has always been about a story. It's always been like leaning sci-fi. I think I've always been very, very influenced by sci-fi, and you can kind of tell like the cyberpunk aesthetic and everything. But it's right now like the story I'm telling through the designs and through the embroidery is like my ultimate project. And so I keep working on it with every piece that I make, every new design that I make. Even the jacket that I'm wearing now, the back of it is something that I've been working on for the past like 2 months. And it all kind of contributes. So it's all kind of part of this, I guess, kind of like a space opera that I'm trying to tell, and that's what I'm really interested in. Is like these sci-fi stories. Like Evangelion was always a Star Wars kid. I think exactly, and I think those stories that are just like so focused on world building and fleshing out like these super imaginative worlds are so exciting to me, because the boundaries are endless and you can like literally come up with whatever the fuck you want. It's dependent on your wit, it's dependent on like how far can you stretch your imagination and still root it in something that people will believe. And so for me, I think that's always been like my pursuit, is to make something that like is really believable, not corny, and not like too geeky where like people will be turned off by it, but something that is still like really appealing. And I think anime does it really, really well. Shows like Castlevania, Vampire Hunter D, like I'm really into a little bit of sci-fi, teetering on fantasy, and then Evangelion, obviously. Angel's Egg, shows like that or movies like that have always really inspired me. It's for the art, it's for the illustrations, and that's kind of not what I try and replicate, but what I take a lot of influence from in my own designs and in the embroidery. And yeah, so that's super long-winded answer. But as far as a project, that's it.
No, that was an awesome answer. And I totally can see that influence. And I think in a lot of those things, they feel a lot of freedom to be different and to create and to, make something that people don't necessarily see in their everyday life. And I think that's a really brave and cool thing to do. But I think we're going to wrap this up. This has been That Thing. I've been Goeke with Theo. We'll catch you guys next time.
Sometimes gotta take that leap. Like once you do it, you're good.
Our garage. Your garage.
Real life, oh so fake. And I feel like these lights break my shades. And I feel like I just don't know you no more.
Thanks, Goeke.
Does everybody feel more relaxed and free with their lives?
I feel like good. I feel like we should have been doing this a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
Microphone working? Thanks, Carter. Thanks for sending it back over. MORETOTHECORE, That Thing. This is Theo, Smurna, and this is his father.
Loving to be here.
This is my dad.
This is my son Theo.
His name is Marcio. I was trying to get him to introduce himself. Super huge inspiration for me. Always been. My dad has always been very reluctant to acknowledge our creative pursuit in my life, but I think it's always given me a good reinforcement, to push harder, to make it something serious that he'll respect, because I think his first instinct is to dismiss it, just because he's an engineer and he has his whole academic kind of background, and so it's a good pushback, and it's always been, and I think I'm very critical of myself and critical of my work because of him. And I don't know that I would be the person, obviously I wouldn't be the person that I am without him, but that type of attitude is super important. I think having somebody that pushes against you and makes you work harder and makes you really question what you make in a good way is super important. That's what this guy does.
It's more than 23 chromosomes.
That's
the main thing. That's the main thing I got from my dad, is that extra chromosome.
Just in general, about tonight, what just happened? Seeing all these people wear his clothes.
Oh, it's wonderful to see this crowd, cheering for creativity, for all the mixed genders and ages. No, it's true. It's true.
It's true.
I'm an engineer
You needed some coaching before the interview, and we didn't get the coaching, so this is what you're seeing. It's raw Marcio. Yeah, just dad energy. That's what we got here.
Just something really raw, whatever's on your mind. What's something you would like to say about your son or to your son?
Well, that he keeps up this great creativity that he has always had. We, of course, encourage the way we know how to do things. And I think we did lots of good things together, and I hope to continue that way. He's an inspiration for me, too.
That's sweet. That's very sweet. Shout
With
out
that,
Brazil.
drop the mic. All the best, guys. Nice to meet you, too. Ciao.